Good evening. Sorry, good morning, all of you, my dear young minds. Come back to situation. How are you all? Are you fine? Right. In previous session, we have discussed nitrogen cycle. What is nitrogen cycle? What are the steps in nitrogen cycle? The topic was completed. Once we recapitulate, what are the steps in nitrogen cycle? There are 5 steps in nitrogen cycle. First step, nitrogen fixation. Second step, nitrogen assimilation. Third one, ammonification. Fourth one, nitrification. And the fifth one, denitrification. These are the 5 important steps. Okay, the 5 steps nitrogen cycle and how atmospheric molecular nitrogen reaches to soil and how it transfer to plant body, plant biomass to animal biomass to decomposed biomass, later ammonification to soil to again atmosphere. This is total the process of nitrogen cycle. Very important concept. This topic was completed. Next concept, biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation. As I told previously, a fixation of atmospheric nitrogen in soil in 3 ways. First one, biological nitrogen fixation. Second one, industrial nitrogen fixation. And the third one, electrical nitrogen fixation. Out of which majority of nitrogen fix in soil through biological method, because various types of bacteria such as free living bacteria, symbiotic bacteria and blue green algae, these 3 types of microscopic organisms play a crucial role in biological nitrogen fixation. Bacteria are of 3 kinds. The first type, free living bacteria. Free living bacteria. Some examples: Azotobacter, Azospirillum, Beijeringia, etc. These 3 are free living aerobic bacteria. Free living and aerobic bacteria. Understood? Free living and aerobic bacteria. Sometimes question paper setter focus on this area. In the following bacteria, what are free living aerobic bacteria? Option A, Azotobacter. Option B, Azospirillum. Option C, Beijeringia. Option D, all the above. Now correct answer is option D, all the above, because these are all free living aerobic bacteria. They respire aerobically with oxygen. Next, second type, free living anaerobic bacteria. Free living anaerobic bacteria. Example: Rhodospirillum. Okay, clear. Next, symbiotic bacteria. Third one, symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria. Best example, Rhizobium leguminosarum, Rhizobium leguminosarum, leguminosarum, and the second one Rhizobium racidicola, racidicola. These two are symbiotic bacteria. Next, blue-green algae, fourth category, BGA. BGA stands for blue-green algae, are of various kinds. Nostoc, Anabaena, Oscillatoria, and Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, etc. Clear? So these are the various types of microscopic organisms that play a crucial role in fixation of atmospheric nitrogen. First one, free living bacteria and aerobic bacteria. Remember three examples: Azotobacter, Azospirillum, and Bergeringia. Even word spelling, pronunciation also important. A second type, free living and anaerobic bacteria. Free living in the sense, a bacteria which living in soil, between soil particles. They won't enter into root. They exist their life outer side of the root, between soil particles. That condition is called free living bacteria. Anaerobic means they respire anaerobically without oxygen. Example, Rhodospirillum. And symbiotic bacteria. What is symbiosis? I told previously many of times, two different living organisms living together and help each other. That is called symbiosis. Symbiosis also termed as mutualism. Example, Rhizobium leguminosarum and Rhizobium racidicola. Clear? Blue-green algae is one of the prokaryotic organisms. Prokaryotic, unicellular and multicellular aerobic members. Okay, Nostoc, Anabaena, Oscillatoria, and Cyanobacteria. They play a crucial role in soil fertilization. They add organic manure to the soil. They fix atmospheric nitrogen in soil in the form of nitrates, nitrites, or ammonia. Okay, all of you remember all types of microscopic organisms, their examples. Don't forget. I am expecting compulsorily 100% one question compulsory from this area. That is the importance of this topic. Right? Now we will discuss biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation. Just now I told Rhizobium bacteria make a deep association with Leguminosae members. Leguminosae members example, groundnut, garden pea, sweet pea, next bean, clover bean, broad bean, alfalfa, and many other Leguminosae members. These are all Leguminosae members. Leguminosae members. Clear? Groundnut. Groundnut scientific name Arachis hypogea. Arachis hypogea is scientific name of groundnut. Garden pea, Pisum sativum. Sweet pea, Lathyrus odoratus. Lathyrus odoratus. These are all scientific names of plants. Clover bean, broad bean, alfalfa. These are some examples of leguminaceae members. Apart from that, even pulses. Rest of the pulses also belongs to leguminaceae members. Pulses example: red gram, green gram, black gram, horse gram, Bengal gram, all grams, all pulses also called leguminaceae members. Clear? One of the useful bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria, make direct interaction with the root system of leguminous members, enter into roots, form one nodular structure called root nodule. They living inside the root nodule and fix atmospheric nitrogen in soil in the form of nitrates, nitrites or ammonia. Clear? You should remember leguminaceae families examples. Next to now mechanism of biological nitrogen fixation. Go through once diagrammatic representation. You remember once anatomy of dicot root and monocot root. Dicot root enough, monocot root no need, because majority of pulses and leguminous members are dicot plants, not monocot plants. Internal structure of root, I am showing here. Internal structure of root. Different tissues. Root hair, soil particles. Root hair make direct contact with the soil particles. Rhizobium bacteria, which is freely living in soil between soil particles before crop cultivation. Rhizobium. Bacteria. Outermost layer of root called epidermis. Below epidermis, cortex. Below cortex, endodermis. Below endodermis, next layer pericycle. Below pericycle, vascular tissues such as xylem tissues, phloem tissues and pith also will be there inside pericycle. Pith also called medulla. That is technical term. Once remember anatomy of flowering plants. You might have studied about TS of dicot root, TS of monocot root, everything. Now here we are discussing about TS of dicot root. What is the outermost layer? Epidermis. In epidermis, all cells are closely packed without intercellular space. Each cell has definite nucleus, prominent nucleus, dense cytoplasm, out of which some of epidermal cells protrude to form root hair. Root hair is unicellular structure that make direct contact with the surrounding soil particles, which absorb bulk amount of water, minerals, everything. Below epidermis, next layer, cortex. It is parenchymatous tissue. Cortex is made up of parenchyma. It is made up of several layers, more than 2 layers. Innermost layer of cortex called endodermis. That means what? Endodermis also a part of cortex. Don't confuse. Below endodermis, next layer, pericycle, which envelop interior part of root like xylem tissues, phloem tissues, medulla, etc. Now our main concentration on epidermis. Epidermis, some epidermal cells, not all cells, some epidermal cells protrude to form root hair. Surrounding soil particles, Before crop cultivation, already rhizobium bacteria will be there inside the soil between soil particles. After crop cultivation, it attack root hair. It is first step. Then go through second step. Second step. Root hair curl due to bacteria. Aerobic bacteria infect root hair. Therefore, root hair curl at their tip. Root hair curl at their tip. Next step. Okay. Now what happened? Aerobic bacteria enter root hair through infection thread. Through infection thread. It is called infection thread. Okay. Infection thread. Infection thread formed by some cell organelles such as endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex and lysosomes. Golgi complex and lysosomes, these two cell organelles together form infection thread. After formation of infection thread, bacteria enter root hair, enter into root epidermis, epidermis to cortex, cortex to endodermis and pericycle. Endodermis and pericycle. Then cortical cells and pericycle cells combine to form root nodule. Root nodule. It is a mature root nodule. A mature root nodule. After formation of root nodule, aerobic bacteria, that means rhizobium bacteria living inside root nodule, they respire aerobically. Mature root nodule. Mature root nodule. These are the steps. Remember all 4 steps. All 4 steps. Very, very important. Already first step completed. Then go through second step. In first step, root hair release some sugars which attracts rhizobium bacteria. Hence, rhizobium bacteria slowly move towards root hair. Then rhizobium bacteria infect root hair by producing node factor. Node factor is a chemical compound. So due to production of node factor, aerobic rhizobium bacteria infect root hair. Hence root hair curl. The root hair curl at their tip like question mark shape. Then aerobic bacteria enters root hair. Before that, some cell organelles, particularly Golgi complex and lysosomes. Golgi complex and lysosomes, these two types of cell organelles combine to form infection thread. Here infection thread equals to pathway, that is the pathway for entry of bacteria into root hair. Hence through root hair it enters epidermis to cortex cortex to endodermis, endodermis to pericycle. Finally, cortical cells and pericycle cells combine to form mature root nodule. After formation of root nodule, this bacteria divide by binary fission, produce large number of daughter bacteria. Daughter bacteria called bacteroid. Bacteroid. Bacteroid means daughter bacteria. Daughter bacteria. Clear? So after formation of root nodule, all bacteria enter into root nodule cells. Inside the root nodule, it undergo binary fission to form large number of daughter bacteria. Daughter bacteria also more technically called bacteroid. That's all. Then all bacteroid fix atmospheric nitrogen in soil in the form of nitrates, nitrites or ammonia. Here root nodule provide all suitable conditions for enzyme activity. Here bacteria require an enzyme that is called nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme. Okay. Even molybdenum, one of the micronutrient, molybdenum is essential for activity of nitrogenase enzyme. Okay. Hence, with the help of nitrogenase enzyme, bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen. Moreover, root nodule also has a type of pigment called leg hemoglobin. Leg hemoglobin. Important. A type of pigment, red color pigment. It is sensitive to oxygen. It shows sensitivity to oxygen. That means what? In presence of oxygen, leg hemoglobin inactive. But in absence of oxygen, leg hemoglobin active. Therefore, leg hemoglobin maintain oxygen levels in root nodule. Maximum it reduce oxygen in root nodule. In absence of oxygen, nitrogenase enzyme become active. Nitrogenase enzyme more active in absence of oxygen. Therefore, presence or absence of oxygen maintained by leg hemoglobin pigment. So due to activity of nitrogenase enzyme, bacteroids fix atmospheric nitrogen in soil. That's all. So due to this reason, nitrogen fertilizers, their concentration gradually increase in soil. Then plant pick up nitrogen fertilizers in the form of nitrates, mostly nitrates or ammonia. Nitrates or ammonia. Why plant require nitrogen fertilizers? Means for the production of new branches, new leaves and new buds. That is the importance of nitrogen. Clear? All of you practice this diagrammatic representation, and after completion of watching video, once send this pic in your respective group. That is about mechanism of biological nitrogen fixation. Clear? Now we'll discuss overall equation of nitrogen metabolism. Overall equation of nitrogen metabolism. In 2020 NEET objective exam, final NEET exam, one question asked from overall equation of nitrogen metabolism. N2 plus 8 protons plus 8 electrons plus 16 ATP gives rise to enzyme nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme. End products 2NH3 plus H2 plus 16 ADP plus 16 inorganic phosphate. It is about 2 molecules of nitrogen. Then 1 molecule of nitrogen means exactly half. N plus 4 protons. Here 8 protons, here 4 protons. 8 electrons half, 4 electrons plus 16 ATP half, 8 ATP. 8 ATP gives rise to same enzyme, nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme. 2 ammonia. Here only 1 ammonia. H2 hydrogen plus 8 ADP plus 8 inorganic phosphate. Observe differences between these two chemical equations, reactions. 2 molecule means molecular nitrogen. Nitrogen combined with triple hydrogen bond. Triple hydrogen bond. Hence it is called molecular dinitrogen. In presence of protons, electrons and ATP, molecular dinitrogen fix into ammonia. In addition to ammonia, hydrogens also formed. Then 16 ATP converted into 16 ADP and inorganic phosphates. It is 2020 NEET objective exam. 2020 NEET objective exam question. In nitrogen metabolism, along with ammonia, what are the other products formed in mechanism? Option A, water. Option B, ammonium ions. Option C, hydrogen. Option D, none of the above. Correct answer, hydrogen. The same question as it is asked in 2020 NEET exam. So this chapter also has more weightage. Minimum 2 questions, maximum 3 questions. 2 questions means 8 marks. 8 marks. 3 means 12 marks. Okay. When you think about 1 molecule of nitrogen, exactly half. Everything half. Nitrogen. 8 protons, 4 protons, 8 electrons, 4 electrons, 16 ATP, 8 ADP. End products also same, but exactly half. Here 2 molecules of ammonia, here 1 molecule of ammonia, hydrogen, hydrogen. Then 8 ADP and inorganic phosphate. That's all. Enzyme name also important, nitrogenase enzyme. It is nitrogen metabolism overall equation. Clear? Everyone practice this chemical reaction. Don't do neglect. Now mechanism of enzyme activity. Mechanism of enzyme activity. Molecular nitrogen. See, it is an enzyme, namely nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme. Active site of the enzyme. Nitrogenase enzyme. Molecular dinitrogen added. Then molecular dinitrogen join with enzyme. It is active site. Active site of the enzyme. You know well what is active site? Next to nitrogen double bond. Okay, first two protons added, 2 hydrogens added. Out of 2 hydrogens, 1 hydrogen combined with 1 nitrogen another hydrogen combined with another nitrogen. That is called reduction. Nitrogenase. Okay, it is reduction. Reduction means addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen. First reduction. Then second reduction. Again 2 protons added. Reduction. Out of which 2 plus 2 proton, hydrogen. Okay. Next to again reduction, 2 protons added. Third time reduction. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next step. After formation of ammonia, enzyme separated and ammonium ions means ammonium molecules also separated. It is empty enzyme. Empty nitrogenase enzyme. Empty nitrogenase enzyme. Clear? It is mechanism of nitrogen fixation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 steps are there. You must practice mechanism on paper or on slate once or twice. Better practice on paper. After completion of watching video, once post your mechanism in respective group. First, nitrogenase enzyme. It is available in root nodule. It become active in absence of oxygen and in presence of like hemoglobin pigment. Enzyme has active site. You remember once biomolecule chapter. There already we have discussed what is enzyme, what is active site of the enzyme, and how substrate combined with substrate attached with enzyme. That whole topic was completed. The shape of active site equals to the shape of substrate. Then only substrate easily bind with enzyme. Otherwise, no chance. Clear? First reduction. What is reduction? Addition of hydrogens to the substrate or removal of oxygen from the substrate is called reduction. Here 2 hydrogens added to the enzyme. Hence it is called reduction. On the other hand, molecular dinitrogen also combined with the enzyme at a particular site called active site. First 2 protons added means 2 hydrogens added, out of which 1 hydrogen joined with 1 nitrogen, another hydrogen attached with another nitrogen. Then second reduction, again 2 hydrogens added, one with 1 nitrogen, another bind with another nitrogen. Again third time reduction, again 2 hydrogens added. Hence each nitrogen has 3 plus 3 hydrogens. After completion of this mechanism, in presence of enzyme, in presence of nitrogenase enzyme, ammonia means nitrogen join with hydrogens combine to form ammonia. Next, enzyme release 2 molecules of ammonia, into soil. Now it is empty enzyme. Empty enzyme again ready for join with atmospheric molecular nitrogen. It is a cyclic process, continuous process. Therefore, nitrogenase enzyme play a crucial role in nitrogen fixation, biological nitrogen fixation. Clear? Sometimes question paper setter focus on this area. So you be active and inculcate all these points in brain. Don't forget. Clear? The last topic, fate of ammonia. It is the last topic from this chapter. Fate of ammonia. What is fate? Fate means status of ammonia. Usually, plant pick up nitrogen fertilizers in the form of ammonia or ammonium ions. If plant pick up ammonia means during metabolic activities ammonia convert into ammonium ions. But continuous accumulation of ammonium ion is toxicity to the plant body, dangerous to the plant body. Hence, ammonium ions immediately convert into amino acids. It includes 2 steps: reductive amination and transamination. Reductive amination and transamination. First, to reductive amination. Here, ammonium ions combined with alpha ketoglutaric acid. Plus NH4 plus ammonium ions plus NADPH. Gives rise to enzyme name glutamate dehydrogenase enzyme. In presence of this enzyme, ammonium ions combine with alpha ketoglutaric acid to form glutamate. And one more, water plus NADP plus. Glutamate, water and NADP plus stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. NADPH full form nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. But what is the main difference? H means reduced nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Understood? Plus means oxidized nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. So the process of conversion of ammonium ions and alpha ketoglutaric acid into glutamate, that is called reductive amination. Here, who provide hydrogens means NADPH. NADPH acts as hydrogen donor. Hence, NADPH oxidized to NADP plus. Second step, transamination. Trans means transfer. Amination means amino group transfer. R1C COO minus H, NH3 plus, NH3 plus. It is amino donor, amino donor. Next, amino acceptor, R1 C double bond O, COO minus. It is called amino acceptor, amino acceptor. First one amino donor and the second one amino acceptor. Understood? It is a type of isomerism. Isomerism. Here keto group transfer to amino donor, and amino group transfer to amino acceptor. Hence, rewrite chemical equation R1 C double bond O, COO minus carboxyl group plus R is R2. First R1, next R2. R means variable group. R2 C H NH3 plus COO minus. It is also called aspartate. Aspartate, one of the amino acid. Transamination, the term itself explains its meaning. Trans means transfer, amination means amino group. A process of transfer of amino group from donor to acceptor called transamination. There are two groups. First amino acid, second amino acid. First one is amino donor. Second one is, it is not amino acid, amino acceptor, that's it. Amino acceptor. Amino donor donate its NH3 plus hydrogen to the acceptor. At the same time, acceptor release keto group. Hence, keto group transfer to amino donor. Then, see R1, C double bond O, CO minus, carboxyl group. R2, C NH3 plus H, same, CO minus. Okay, therefore that is called transamination. By transamination, it produces amino acid. Amino acid example aspartate. This is the structure of aspartate. Clear? Understood now? So fate of ammonia. Fate means status of ammonia. Status. In such a way, majority of leguminaceae members, even other plants also, converts excess of ammonia or ammonia ions into amino acid. The formation of amino acid, it includes two steps: reductive amination, transamination. Two steps important. You must by heart two equations. Practice once or twice on paper. Without practicing, you may not remember this many reactions. Next to understood now. The end product of this mechanism is aspartate. That's all. It is a type of amino acid. Next, all proteins are basically made up of amino acids. Okay. Just 1 minute time. Amide. Difference between amide and amino acid. Amide and amino acid. There are two types of amides. Two amides. Asparagine and glutamine. Wait. glutamine. Aspargine, glutamine. These two are amides. Aspargine formed from a type of amino acid that is called aspartic acid. Aspartic acid. Glutamine formed from glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. Clear? These two are amino acids. Amino acids. You can observe difference between amino acids and amides. Amides are rich in nitrogen than to that of amino acids. Once repeat, amides are rich in nitrogen than to that of amino acids. Hence, amides, excess of amides convert into, that means excess of amides discharge into surrounding atmosphere through xylem elements such as xylem vessels and xylem tracheids, etc. Okay, best example, soybean plant. Soybean, one of the leguminaceae members. In soybean, amides concentration is high, like asparagine, glutamine, such amides, their concentration is very high. But how soybean plant minimize or maintain their balance means by releasing nitrogen released into surroundings in the form of vapor through xylem vessels or xylem tracheids. Thereby it maintains nitrogen levels in their body. Best example, soybean. Understood now? Asparagine formed from aspartic acid and glutamine formed from glutamic acid respectively. That is about amides. Difference between amides and amino acids. That's all. This is about the total chapter mineral nutrition. This chapter completed. Okay. And the last only one chapter is pending, that is plant growth and development. From plant physiology, out of 5 chapters, 4 chapters completed. And the last one is plant growth and development. Also called plant growth regulators. In coming video, we will discuss plant growth regulators. Clear? Right. Would I stop here? All of you watch this video properly. After completion of watching video, or while watching video, practice mechanisms on paper, then send it your respective group. I need to cross check your notes and all. Understood now? Thank you very much. Bye. See you. Prepare well. Have a nice day. Thank you.